not your ordinary show. This is not your usual show. It's the new Dennis Cash Show, the private eye that brings you stars in the sky, the host with the most on the North Coast. And if you didn't know, you better ask somebody. So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Dennis Cash.
All right, welcome back this week. Dennis Cash here with another splendid edition of the new Dennis Cash Show. Listen, first of all, I'd like to thank you.
I'm sorry, your assignment is here for the week. It's really important. You got to look at that now.
Okay, this is my lovely assistant here, Miss Kim Hendrickson. I'm fresh in from London, England, doing another wrap-up of the Dennis Cash Show. Oh, this is no mystery here. We can do this week. We got, of course, we have on the schedule here Miss Cheryl Pepsi Rowley. We can get her on. AJ Jamal, the comedian from Living Color, and also we got today Funky Natives out of Cleveland, Ohio, and a young man by the name of Paul Falstead from Kent, Ohio. I think we can wrap that up today. Let me take a couple more puffs of this on my great pipe here. That odorless smoke is good for the heart, you know. Can't give you cancer, that kind of thing. You ought to try this here. We're going to be right back at you after these messages.
Are you tired of standing around watching your friends do the latest line dances? Are you sick of them saying, I can do it, but I can't teach you? Well, look no further. Star Makers presents line dance instructional videotapes. For just $24.99, you can learn the line dances in the comfort of your home at your own pace. In as little as 30 minutes, you too can be on the floor and in step with everyone. Call and order your line dance instructional tape today.
Step-by-step and classical line dance tapes are also available at these locations.
Okay, welcome back. Glad you joined us again this week. As I said, we went out and we got a nice interview with Miss Cheryl Pepsi Rowley. I talked to my assistant here about that. Hey, the interview was great. You got to see this. Cheryl Pepsi Rowley's done a lot of things.
I hear she's a marvelous actress.
Man, you have to see her. Hey, why don't we introduce her together? Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, how about it for Miss Cheryl Pepsi Rowley? How you doing, Cheryl?
Hey, how you doing?
Hey, glad you stopped in Cleveland.
Well, I'm glad to be here.
Well, how do you like your stay here so far?
It's been okay. It's cold, but it's okay.
Yeah, we were discussing off camera about, I was asking about the cold weather. She said, well, she's from New York, and I want to know what the difference is from New York and Cleveland.
I don't know. You guys have a different kind of cold here. I'm not sure what it is.
Okay. Well, let's talk about, a lot of people want to know, how long have you been involved with doing plays?
I've actually been doing, this is the 6th play I've done in the last 5 years. This is the first play I've done with David E. Talbot, What Goes Around Comes Around. It's been out since August. I joined them in September.
Okay.
And it's a really, really good piece about relationships, and I'm enjoying myself.
Speaking of relationships, come on up on a little bit, Don. Speaking of relationships, let's talk about the song that you did with, what was the group that produced the song? Full Force.
Right.
Now we're talking about relationships. How did that go? I know you was influential on some people's relationships after this tune. What was the name of the tune again?
Thanks for my child.
Okay. Okay. A lot of people write you about that?
Yeah, but I've gotten positive mail about it. The thing that I enjoy about doing it, I do a lot of message music. I did a song called How Can You Hurt the One You Love, which addressed domestic violence. And the last project I did a song called Stephanie that I wrote and produced about child abuse. So I love doing message music, and I get a lot of fan mail from people who say, okay, this song has helped me. And my thing is, if people can get strength from something that I'm doing that's really not anything I'm doing, it's just a gift from God, then that's my reward.
Okay. Yeah. What about, are you planning on doing another album?
Probably. I've been doing this play, like I said, since September, and we're going to break in the summer, so I'll probably go back in the studio then. I'm just trying to get my hands in everything.
But that's cool.
Some television, some film. I want to do it all.
Well, let's talk about television. Well, we got our television now, but are you planning on maybe doing a little acting or so on television?
Absolutely.
Or the movies or something like that?
Absolutely. I want to get into everything. I think in this business, it's important to be versatile. So I'm doing the music, I'm recording, I'm writing, I'm co-producing and producing. And I just want to, then you can see what you're good at, what you're not good at.
Okay.
It's just, it's the nature of the beast. You have to kind of be in a whole lot of the aspects of the business, because once one thing falls, then you have to be able to the next thing.
Okay, I want to ask you one more thing. Well, a couple more questions before I let you get back to your play. There's a lot of young ladies that would like to get in this entertainment business. What's some pointers that you can give them as far as how long? First of all, how long have you been in the business?
Wow. Well, I've been, I guess, nationally since 1988. That's when Thanks for My Child came out. I'd started working with Full Force and recording that project in 1986. I've been singing way before then. You know, I grew up in church singing, and I did a lot of session work and studio work in New York. So it's been a long haul getting there. You know, people think there's an overnight thing, and there's no such thing.
Right.
You know.
Well, so that's saying that 7 years professionally.
Yeah.
So what I was asking earlier was, what would you tell some of the younger people about how would you get in the business and prolong your career and stay in it, instead of a one-hit type thing?
That's, you know what, the business is so political. It's a hard thing to do, but I think that if you have a gift and you believe in yourself, you go out and you do the auditions. And, you know, sometimes we're in smaller towns and people say, well, we don't have the avenues here, you know, that we need. But you go for the auditions. If you're a singer, look at the back of albums, CDs and tapes, whatever, and send demo tapes to record companies to address them to their A&R departments. And you just keep going. If it's talent shows, you know, community theater. I did a lot of community theater in New York.
Okay.
So it was something I've always been interested in theater. I met actually Bow-Legged Lou from Full Force doing community theater.
Okay.
So it's about being in it. You know, that crazy saying, you got to be in it to win it. You have to really be in it, and you have to push. It's not easy, and a lot of people see the outside and they think it's very glamorous. It's not a game.
Okay.
You know, it's show business, and the operative word is business.
Oh, I think you can't learn no more than, hey, you'd have to go to school to learn that. She gave you some very important pointers on that. And I want to thank Cheryl Pepsi Riley for joining us today. And the guys will be mad if I don't get a big hug from her before she gets out of here.
Well, thank you.
It was nice seeing you.
Nice seeing
and
you.
We're going to get out of here and flip to one of our local groups, one of the videos we got on them. Thank you. And we'll be back after these messages.
Peace.
Hey, yo, check it out. I'm Lil Hines, the automatic funk freaker.
You got Blue Dog over here. You got J Dog the Tantrum over here, keeping it real for you.
And we the funky natives, and we're gonna tell it how it is in the streets, in the world today. So, funky natives stuck the funk one time.
Tell it how it is, yo.
Tell it how it is. Tell it how it is, yo. Tell it how it is. Tell it how it is, yo. Tell it how it is. Hey, yo, Blue, why don't you tell it how it is?
Violence is a big in the world today.
You gotta
walk a certain way. You gotta talk a certain way.
Why?
Cause ain't no time to play. What is the man is gonna stop?
Here's my ace
Flipping rocks. But Alpha made the same on the positive tip. But make sure that I won't slip and won't follow the wrong path. Cause with another die, all the devil do is laugh. Everything is going his way.
It got to change,
But the violence still remains. The more people is in vain.
Tell it how it is, yo. Tell it how it is. Tell it how it is, yo. Tell it how it is. Tell it how it is, yo. Tell it how it is.
Hey yo, Hans, why don't you tell it how it
But
is?
let me give you the facts about black on black. We got people everywhere. Strung out on crack, but you don't wanna hear that.
Cause that's the drop hit.
Another brother drops quick. That's why they say that we are against the species. But you suck these cause you know who the enemies be. The devil, those who worship the devil, but I stand my ground. And I be a running rebel, but you don't understand cause I'm on another level. And yo, that's a fact, cause I remember the days
Way back.
there was kings and queens and people did the right thing. But it's a new day, black, and it's quick to get jacked. So you better watch your back, cause you could be the next brother laying in the sack.
Tell it how it is, yo. Tell it how it is. Tell it how it is, yo. Tell it how it is.
Tell it how it is, yo. Tell it how it is. Hey, J-Dog,
Tell it how it is. I tell it how it is about 3 kids. I'm Blue and JD. Yeah, that's me. Raised in a household, not a shimmering gold. That's what I was told, just like the days of old. As my mother molded me into the child that I turned out to be. Good, his gracious, I wish I could see what happened back then in the 60s and 70s.
Why?
Because nowadays, the brothers don't play. You gotta watch anything that you say. That's why I watch my back. Cause no one's giving slag. So what can we do about that?
Black on black crimes.
That's why we like the positive rhymes. Cause no was out there still trying to get mine.
Tell it how it is, yo. Tell it how it is. Tell it how it is, yo. Tell it how it is. Tell it how it is, yo. Tell it how it is. Yo, we about to do it like this. Brothers killing brothers, that's swag. You got a pocket full of songs we hate. Crack, come on. Brothers killing brothers, that's swag. You got a pocket full of songs we hate. Crack. Brothers killing brothers, that's swag. You got a pocket full of songs we hate. Crack. Brothers killing brothers, that's
Swag, you got a pocket full of songs we hate. Crack.
yeah. That's how we coming for the 9 side.
Yeah,
All the way this side.
on the really real.
Yeah, it's like that.
On the really real. On the really real.
It's like
Really
that.
real. On the
Yeah.
really real. On the really real.
It's
On
like
the really
that.
real. Yeah, that's how it be.
And
In
we
the
out.
9-6. Doing it just like this. Yeah. And we out.
And we out.
Okay, welcome back. Glad you can join us again. Hey, how'd you like that group?
Oh, they were funky, all right. They were
Funky
good.
Natives.
Yeah,
They had the
were great.
members in the group, gentlemen by the name of Abu Ali, Sean Williams, and James Daly, all out of Cleveland, Ohio.
Good luck to them.
What about that Cheryl Pepsi rally? Oh, man.
Oh, she seemed very personable.
Yeah, and
I hear she's a great actor.
that one song she made, Thanks for My Child, really did a lot for the women in the world. I think that took a lot of message to a lot of
Yes,
women.
a lot of meaning behind that song. Yeah,
Okay,
very
well, we're
good.
going to keep on moving right along here, but what's happening with you today? I thank you for coming in and helping me out on the show.
Well, thanks, but I got to get going. I've
Okay.
got to go gather up your assignments for next week.
Okay, hey.
All right, thanks.
Hey, see you. That's Kim Hendrickson, y'all. She's out of here. Okay, we're going to move right along. Okay, right about now, we're going to bring a young man that played in a lot of plays, movies, In Living Color. You guys heard of that. How about a nice round of applause, because we can put it together at home like this here. We're going to do something with A.J. Jamal, y'all. Be right back with him. Right after this, let's do it. A.J. Jamal. All right, as you can see, we live here with A.J. Jamal. He's tripping on our setup here. What's happening, A.J.?
Y'all fired in this TV show. Y'all got surround sound on the television. Y'all ain't got sound in the house. We bring the television to you.
You got that right. Let A.J. do
Painted wall. My man that threw up a wall, and we with some kitchen chairs. I'm telling you, we got the kitchen chairs right here. You ain't gonna see this on the business channel. How you doing?
All right, we got A.J. Jamal here. What's happening, man? What you doing here in Cleveland, man? Talk
That
to
is
us.
the biggest beeper I ever seen. Is that a beep on your? That man got a.
I wish we can get a shot of that. That's actually
Man
his.
got a low jack on his belt.
That's actually his headset.
He got low jack on his belt.
On the serious side,
What's
A.J.
up, man?
You are here in Cleveland. What's happening, man? Tell us what you're doing on your stage.
I'm doing a Canadian tour, and I was in Buffalo. I left Canada, I went into Buffalo, and I said I didn't think Cleveland was about a couple hours away. So I snuck up on my mom. I always do that whenever I'm close.
Okay.
So I'm doing a Canadian tour, and then this weekend I'm doing Birmingham with Steve Harvey, another Cleveland. And we're starting to pick up a lot of tours together. He has this show on ABC, Me and the Boys. And my show's on Comedy Central, which y'all don't get that because that's real cable.
Oh, I get that.
Yeah, you don't get Comedy Central. you may get HBO and BET, but you don't get Comedy Central.
Okay.
And then I just taped another show, soon to come out, and then they talking about a late night talk show for me.
Okay. Yeah, I talked to a guy about that. Aren't you doing a pilot for a show? A guy named Jerome Garner here in Cleveland was telling me he was putting a show together out there.
Yeah. Well, we taped that show on this past Friday, the Thursday actually. We taped that show, but the show I'm trying to get together is the late night talk show. And then there's other things in the work. I just did Sean and Marlon Wayne,
Okay.
the Wayne brothers. They have a new movie called "I'm Not Gonna Be a Menace." Wait a minute, I'm not gonna be a menace to South Central while drinking juice in the hood. It's a takeoff of all the black movies,
Oh, okay.
and that'll be out in April. So
Okay.
I was in that.
Another thing to ask you from, you're originally from Cleveland. What area did you stay in?
I'm originally from Zimbabwe. I'm a Zulu warrior.
Okay.
I'm really an African Zulu warrior. I came on the mothership. No, I'm originally from Cleveland. I stayed in the Glenville area.
Oh,
Okay.
That sounds good. Glenville, that was one of my arch rivals from John F. Kennedy.
John F. Kennedy. You Kennedy? Yeah. Oh, man. Pretty boys. Kennedy, huh? Yeah, pretty boys up in Kennedy. Everybody thought they looked good in Kennedy. Yeah, and John Adams was just the ugly people. Oh, there's some ugly. Oh, John Adams had some ugly people in it. My goodness. The homecoming queen had to get out on parole to come to the game. The homecoming queen was locked down.
All right, well, what we gonna do, I'm gonna give you a minute, man. Go ahead and do what you want to do, man. AJ Jamal.
All right, man, look here. I want to come out of the closet. I'm making this announcement tonight. I thought I just wanted to be a big cat and scratch your eyes out. I'm not an upset cat, just a little cat with all 9 lives left. So let everybody know that AJ came out on the Dennis Cash show. I came. Well, I'm not coming all the way out the closet. I'm gonna just open the door and wait.
He started because he got that pretty pink.
I got a pink. It don't match anything, and I didn't want to wear it. And I'm sporting a baby fro. I don't know. It's nurturing now. It's not a fro. It's not a flat. It's just I'm having a bad perm day.
No, but before you go, wait.
I want to talk to AJ. He made an announcement. He was coming out. No, don't be too much.
Listen, before you go, I do want to ask now.
What channel is coming, man? What channel is coming?
AKC, WAKC.
AKC. I'm about to say my channel don't have no alphabets on it. AKC.
WAKC 23.
23. This like public access?
Oh, no.
This public access, man.
ABC, like NBC.
This is public access.
ABC.
They ain't even camera workers. They rehab people out. They caught the number 6 downtown here, and y'all let them work the cameras. That's beautiful.
Well, we believe in helping the underprivileged.
We got beautiful. He's wearing a Kmart NWA outfit, and he got the garage door opener on his way. This is beautiful. And these two got some Macintosh computers, ain't hooked up to nothing. They just waiting for the 40 ounce to get here. Ain't hooked up to nothing. I ain't never seen nobody look at computers like they watching TV. But that's all right. Hey, I got things to do, because they out there doing the model and stuff, falling on stage. 2 people almost fell and killed themselves. Are y'all insured? I know y'all ain't sure. Y'all ain't supposed to be in this room, are y'all? Y'all ain't even supposed to be in the room. These people in here eating and stuff, y'all pirating. These is a bunch of pies. See, this is the Black Network. This ain't BET, this is just Black Network. Black TV, we ghetto TV, we subsidize. Section 7, that's what we on. This is the Section 7 show. We can't even afford Section 8. We're one step before Section 8. We're Section 7, and we're moving ahead. We're not welfare, we're fair and well. We got food stamps that's not in the book, and we're gonna cash them. So I'm gonna see on channel what? AB, NBC, CBS, whatever.
23.
23. And what time? This probably come on early in the morning after the gospel show. This come on after the gospel singer with the piano. Right after that gospel singer with the piano. This one they come on 4 in the morning.
You can see what he used to running into around the country. He just came on, ripped our show up. But that's all right. We're going to give him a nice round of applause anyway, y'all. How about it for AJ Jamal?
This is only TV show. This come on the radio, right? This is only TV show.
Me and Mrs. Jones, we got a thing going on. We both know that it's wrong, I tell you, but it's much too strong just to let it go now. We meet every day at the same cafe, 6:30 And I know she'll be there. We'll be holding hands. We'll be making all kinds of plans while the jukebox plays our favorite song. Mrs. Jones, Mrs. Jones, Mrs. Jones, Mrs. Jones, we got a thing going on. Oh, you know, we both know that it's wrong. Oh, but it's much too strong just to let it go now. Well, it's time for us to believe, and it hurts so much, it hurts so much, it hurts so much inside. Well, she'll go her way. Oh, don't you know that I don't mind? Tomorrow we'll meet the same place, the same time. Mrs. Jones, Mrs. Jones, Mrs. Jones, Mrs. Jones. We got a thing going on. We gotta be extra careful. We can't afford to build our hopes up too high. I wanna meet with you, the same place, the same time, the same cafe. Oh, we're gonna hold hands like we used to.
All right, this is DC back here, along with my pal Barney. He's always coming in and stealing. Got my hat on now. What do you mean you was with Mrs. Jones last night? Get the nerve of this guy, man. Barney always trying to start something. Listen, and you can't replace Kim Hendrickson as my secretary. I got a secretary, I don't need another. Let's move right along. Right about now, we like to get to our segment called Sound Off. This week's question we got came, let's see, it's from Janet Fisher of Cleveland, Ohio. She wants to know, how is the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame coming, and what will it bring to the community? That is a great question. How is the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame coming? Well, as I can see, they're about finished. Building the building is going to bring a lot of money to community, and to the Cleveland community and the whole state of Ohio. It's rolling so good, I know the people in New York didn't want us to have it. But we got it, and maybe it's going to do us some good. We'll maybe get a couple of these acts to perform. You got all kind of people that will be coming to the town, big stars, Rolling Stones. It's going to do a lot. That's a great question, Janet. You guys make sure you all go out and visit the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. And I think right about now, I'd like to thank the crew once again. The crew really did a good job. Of course, my man Beaver, Tony Bone, Tony Roberson, and of course Jackie came in to help us today. It was a blast. I thank everybody for letting us do the Dennis Cass Show. We're going to have to get out of here. What do you think, Barney? About time for us to go and get some peanuts to eat? You like peanuts? I love them. Hey, that's a wrap. Okay, but before we go, remember, send in your questions to the new Dennis Cass Show, 3647 East 138th Street, Cleveland, Ohio, 283-2634. We're going to have to get out of here, but before we go, I'd like to tell you, don't forget, Janet, you're going to get one of these videotapes. Learn to dance. They're going fast. Learn it. This is going to come to you, Janet. Always a blast, y'all. Get my music out of here. We got to go. Thank you, guys. See you next week.